Yo, what's up, good people? Yeah, we back. It's Wednesday night. Special edition of AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. I'm Diego Barishnikov, one half of the team. Here with my main man, as usual.
What's good, people? It's All Hate, the other A in AA Sports, and we are here for our end-of-season NBA awards. Yes, people, we are suited and booted to hand out these awards tonight.
Right, as promised, we told y'all last night, if you watched episode 27, part 1 and part 2, before and after the third, we'll come back tonight to give y'all the NBA awards. We're going to run over the NBA's version of the real categories that's being given out. And then we got something special for y'all with our own special categories we'll end the show with. So let's get right on into this thing. We're going to start off, we're going to work our way up. We're going to start off with, I guess, something small and then work our way to the MVP.
Yeah, let's start off with most improved. You know, people, the A's agree on a lot of stuff, but some we don't agree on. So we're going to have some stuff that's going to be a little different. But this one here we both agreed on. Most improved player this year in the 2016-17 season, in our eyes, the Greek Freak. I'm not going to try to butcher his name. You got that?
Giannis Antetokounmpo. No, something like Giannis. I know that part.
Giannis, the Greek Freak.
Yeah.
The homie balled this year.
He did.
I should have pulled up the number of dunks he had. Give it up to him, people. Milwaukee's on the rise. With Jason Kidd, the kid is Giannis is a triple-double waiting to happen pretty much every game. Defensive threat. They got him running point in some cases at 6'10". The kid's on the way. He's most improved player to me. What you got on him?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you said, he's a triple-double waiting to happen. He carried that Milwaukee team, in a lot of ways, especially after Jabari went down.
Right.
Keeping them right there in the playoff hunt. And I think if they would have had Jabari, they would have fared better in that first round.
They would have beat Toronto. They had Jabari.
Yeah. So I mean, he's definitely coming along. He can improve on the jumper a little bit.
Yeah.
But what cats don't need to improve on their jumper when they're young? Shit, LeBron didn't get one until 2010, 2011.
After Dallas embarrassed him.
Right. So that'll come, but the athleticism, the playmaking, all that's off the chart. So expect, even big and better things from the Greek Freak. He was the first-time All-Star this year, and I'm expecting him to stay that way.
And shout out to the honorable mentions. Jokic, the center in Denver, had a good season. And Rudy Gobert, he balled for Utah. On to the next one. Rookie of the Year. This was by far one of the most difficult awards to figure out. Because, people, this wasn't really a good rookie class. It just really wasn't.
Nah, it wasn't.
Ben Simmons, the top pick in the rookie class, did not play a game. And I'm kind of hard-pressed. Well, Brandon Ingram, he was number 2. It just wasn't a good year for the rookies. It just wasn't. Now, Joel Embiid, because he did not play his rookie season, qualified to be a rookie this year. He was listed as one, but he got hurt. So we both decided to go with the second-round pick out of Maryland. No, is it Virginia? Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia.
Brogdon, the point guard.
He couldn't be here tonight, but we'll be accepting this award on his behalf. I thought he did good being a floor general for Milwaukee. They kind of gave Delly money to kind of be that point guard, but Brogdon ended up being a little bit better of a playmaker. That was kind of unexpected. I didn't expect him to come in and do that.
We saw a lot of him in the ACC. The kid was solid, but I didn't believe that he would come in and do the same thing, in the pros.
Right.
But, Jason Kidd is proving to be a solid coach. I didn't see that coming. He gets production out of his youngins. He really does. So give it up to Brogdon one more time, people. All right. Our next award, Sixth man of the year. Sixth man of the year, we both agreed, Eric Gordon out of Houston. Houston signed him up 4 years, $53 million out of New Orleans. And while he was in New Orleans, I believe he got hurt every other game. Pretty much.
Yeah.
And he got magically healthy as soon as he left New Orleans. Listen to that, Anthony Davis. He balled, man. I guess it didn't hurt playing in that offense where, they don't run no plays, just throw the ball out and just everybody shoot threes.
Hey, you should get as many threes up as you can. If you haven't gotten a shot off by the time the shot clock get down to like 16 in Houston's offense, you probably coming to the bench. So, that's tailor-made for, for players and scorers.
Yeah. So that's a damn good pickup. Old Coach D'Antoni, a.k.a. Open Court, he got good play out of him. So shout out to that boy, Eric Gordon. Now, the funny thing about this is there's one of his teammates could have also won this award. Lou Will had a very solid season as a six man. Very solid season. That's a good type of problem to have. Two cats on your bench who can score. That's a good problem.
Right. Only thing that kind of kept me from that gave me I gave Gordon the edge over Lou Williams was the fact that Lou Williams got a lot of he did good in Houston, don't get me wrong, but he split time between there and the Lakers. And the Lakers being garbage, somebody had to score. So I give it to Eric Gordon because he was there from the start and he was consistent throughout the year. So very well deserved Sixth Man of the Year award.
There you go. All right, let's go Coach of the Year. Now I think we didn't agree on this one, and I begrudgingly make this pick, people. I don't want to give this award to Mike D'Antoni, but I think you got to because they won so many damn games. I'm old school, people. You got to play some defense. You got to attempt to teach the other side of the ball. Open Court don't teach that. He just let them play, and I don't agree with it.
Yeah,
they won 55 games somewhere around there.
Right.
I gotta respect it.
Yeah, which is true. And I changed my Coach of the Year pick at the last minute. I thought D'Antoni. I'm pretty sure D'Antoni's going to get it when the real awards come out. But I had to change it up a little bit. I know I was probably not supposed to because it's supposed to be a regular season award. That shit that they pulled off in the playoffs just kind of rubbed me the wrong way and just reminded me of really who Mac D'Antoni was and not to drink that Kool-Aid.
Yes.
I'm gonna give the Coach of the Year. Even though they didn't make the playoffs, I still think he did a great job with a young team, and that's Eric Spoelstra.
Yes.
Spoelstra has gotten a lot of flack. Give it up, people, for Eric Spoelstra. So, even with LeBron and them leaving during that time that they were there, people were skeptical about whether he was a good coach or not. Because when you got players like LeBron, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, they kind of take care of you, in that regard.
I'll tell you this much. Look at what he did with the little that he had, getting 41 games. And technically, they should have made the playoffs if Brooklyn didn't throw the last couple games, sitting all their players for no damn reason. So technically, they should have made the playoffs. But, yeah, I respect your pick more. Now, I don't even respect my own damn pick because they don't play no damn defense.
The reason I gave it to him was, even after losing a key piece like Justice Winslow early in the season, they were still at one point to reel off a 13-game win streak, and they were 16-9 after the All-Star break.
Right.
So, they played good ball on the back end. If they would have, won 3 or 4 or 5 more games there in the front end when they were going through their struggles, they would have been in the playoffs. Now, they would have got bounced. Well, yeah, they probably would have got bounced first round because they would have had to play Cleveland or Boston. But still, they would have been in the playoffs. So, again, shout out to Eric Spoelstra. You did a good job. Hopefully next year you come in, and if you get into these free agent pieces that are being speculated, hey, who knows what could happen?
Yes, sir.
Always sell South Beach to somebody. Always.
Hey.
And no taxes.
Love Miami. All right, let's do the last NBA award before we move on to Diego and Hates awards.
Well, we got 2.
MVP.
We got one before that.
No, MVP, last one.
No, we got Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh, shit. Okay, you're right. Let's do that one.
All right.
Okay, Defensive Player of the Year. I'm going to go with Draymond Green. Draymond, the captain of that defense in Golden State. I don't believe that they would play as good a defense if he didn't hold them accountable the way he does. You know, he had an argument to win it last year. He really did. Mm-hmm. But I think he got it done this year. The rebounds, the block shots, and he's not a really big guy to be playing power forward, but he makes a lot of on-ball blocks. A lot of on-ball blocks. So we'll give it to Draymond on that one. Who you got?
I am giving it to, even though Draymond's a great choice, I'm giving it to Kawhi Leonard. I think him being the best. Yeah, we had to do a quiet applause for him since he's a quiet kind of guy.
Yeah.
So, of course, Kawhi couldn't be here with us tonight. He's somewhere getting his cornrows freshly done.
Yep.
So shout out to him. But I just think of him being the best on-ball perimeter defender in the league, and that includes LeBron James.
Yes, sir.
You know, what he does on the boards and what we see, the impact of what happens defensively when he's not in the game. We saw what happened in that Golden State series once he left. Even though that was only one game, totally night and day. So that's my guy for Defensive Player of the Year. I did want to give an honorable mention to Rudy Gobert. I thought he was a close, right in that mix, close second. Just being a throwback type of big,
mm-hmm.
the way he blocks shots and affects shots in the paint. I think that's a lost art in this game today. So,
one thing about Rudy too, Rudy's solid on the pick and roll. He's solid on. He'll step out. And to finish this off, Kawhi may be quiet, but people hear him because that game speaks. That boy is good, people. He is good. So good call on that one. Good call on that one. All right, final regular NBA award, MVP. This one was highly contested all year long. A lot of talk back and forth. The three finalists, Harden, Westbrook, and Kawhi Leonard, all deserving. All the teams played wonderful ball. But I can't go against history, and you got to say, you're talking most valuable player to their team. That's Russell Westbrook.
Absolutely. To Russell Westbrook. Like I said, man, I just think averaging a triple-double in this day and age
mm-hmm.
is difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And he was able to do it fairly with ease, on most nights. And we're not talking just making 10 boards or just making 10 assists. There's a lot of 30, 40, even a couple 50-point games with 15 boards, 12, 13, 14 assists, even though they say he don't pass the ball.
Right.
But to me, it was between him and Kawhi. Him and James Harden.
Yeah, Harden was right there.
He was right there. I just think Harden had a little bit better of a supporting cast, and I think Westbrook had to shoulder more of a load. And plus the pressure he had on him with having to do that right after losing KD. For me, that's what propelled him over the top for me.
All day long. And, one thing that's lost on James Harden's season, he averaged like 8.5 boards. He was almost at a triple-double himself. He was right there. But, everybody was caught up with what Russell did, which they should have been. But can't take it away from him. Good season. The boy made history. Shout out to Russell Westbrook. All right, good people. We are moving on to our awards. Not the regular standard NBA awards. These are our awards.
Yeah, this is where things kind of go off the rail.
That's what we do.
So,
go ahead and start us off.
We'll start with the best worst free agents.
Let's do that.
All right. So we'll start with I think we both agreed on the best free agent pickup. It wasn't a whole lot of them. But I think our finalists kind of came down to Eric Gordon, Harrison Barnes, and what's the third guy? I'm forgetting his name.
Dion Waiters.
Dion Waiters.
Now, let's give a disclaimer, people. Before y'all hit us in the comments saying, what the hell, KD? That's kind of easy.
Right.
That's kind of easy.
Exactly. Yeah. So we didn't want to go with the obvious pick. Saying obviously KD was the best free agent signing. That's duh. But we're going to go both agree that our sixth man of the year, Eric Gordon.
Eric Gordon.
Was the best free agent pickup by Houston. We already kind of said why we thought he was a sixth man of the year. So those same sentiments go to why we think he's the best free agent pickup. Anything that you want to add about Eric?
Nah. I mean, $53 million for 4 years, he paid off. You signed somebody, you want some return on that investment. And he gave him return on that investment this year.
Absolutely.
So let's move on to the worst free agent signing. People, these are the ones that got cashed out last year and ain't do nothing to deserve that money. There's a lot of them this year. And I think we decided during our pre-show production meeting, it's going to be a collective award. Collective. There was a lot of guys who got paid and sucked this shit. So we're going to start off with a trio of Lakers. Your boy Mitch Kupchak and young Jim Buss. They gave Luol Deng and Timothy Mozgov 4 years, $136 million combined. We should have called this award "Who Were You Bidding Against?" because they shouldn't have gave them that. Next up on our list, my team, the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks gave Joakim Noah 4 years, $72 million. I'd be surprised if he played 20 games. I'd be surprised. And finally, a favorite on the show. We talk about him here and there because he's winning at life. He may not be winning basketball games for you, but he's winning at life. Chandler Parsons, 4 years, $94 million.
Legs.
Tough, man. Tough. And people, the one thing about the NBA, these cats gonna see every dime of that money.
Every penny. So that was a great group award there. Timothy Mozgov, he has to be the leader of the group, just for the simple fact that why would you even give him that deal after the year before he didn't even play in the finals
at all?
He
was the first dude signed, the first one.
I mean, they gave him that money real quick.
It's like, what were they thinking? Man, we got to give him this bread at 12:01. Somebody about to snatch him up. Who were they competing against?
Hey, nobody. He got paid off, those 5 or 6 games in the 2015 finals.
Right. LeBron to get you paid, people. Trust me. LeBron to get you paid. All right, let's move on to Executive of the Year. This will be an easy one. I think we both agreed on this one. Look, if you got the top free agent pick of the year, you got to have Executive of the Year. Bob Myers with the Golden State Warriors. We talked about this on the show before. We could very well hand this award to Danny Ainge, I believe, between now and the next 3 years because he's fleeced so many teams and has like 100 first-round draft picks, and they're winning 50 games right now. But we got to go with Bob Myers this year.
No, honestly, I went with Dan. Dan.
I'm sorry, you went with Dan? Okay, cool.
Dan. When you can get KD to come, that's a great choice. But for some of the reasons you just said, being able to acquire all these assets while still fielding a number 1 seeded team, and you still have opportunities to get free agents coming this year.
They got cap space.
You got cap space. You got draft picks, good draft picks.
Yes.
And they just did another trade where I won't say they, fleeced the Lakers, but that was a pretty good deal for them as well. So, hey, man, if you want to learn how to be a GM, man, Danny Ainge needs to write a book or open up a school or something because there's a lot of cats out here, and we can segue this into the worst GM award that we have. But there's a lot of cats out here don't know how to run these teams, don't know how to crunch these numbers and play with these picks and do these things to get your team to keep your team competitive in the present.
Yeah.
That you protect yourself and set yourself up for the future.
Right.
And Danny Ainge is great at that. And about 25 of the 32 teams aren't so great at it.
You know what, people? This was a hard award as far as, it was easy in regards to we knew the top ones because those were the only 2 we discussed who actually did good this year. Mm-hmm. But a lot of these teams, they taking L's, and the guys at the top are calling these shots, and it's not working out. So we can segue over to the Executive Who Needs to Be Fired award. And this, give them another one for that because these cats here, they need to be fired. And we agree on 2 names, and we came up with these 2 names immediately.
No questions asked, no thought about it.
Nothing. Vlade Divac and Phil Jackson.
Absolutely. who is more well deserving of it than those two guys? I wanted to throw the Orlando Magic GM in there too, but they've been garbage for years. So
he got fired, so they kind of righted their own ship.
Right.
But it would be a three-way tie if he was still there.
Right. Because between Vlade and Phil, it's like freaking frat. Phil is obviously trying to get fired.
Trying his best to get fired.
And Vlade, I don't know if Vlade trying to get fired or he just incompetent.
It's one or the other. Because I know damn well he could have got more of a boogie than what he got. Right. I'm positive he could have got more than Buddy Hield, some queso dip, and a couple backups. Hopefully I believe they got the 10 overall pick in the draft, so I guess that's okay. But last time I checked, Boogie's still putting up 27 and 13. You could have got more than that. But, these cats still got jobs. They'll still be calling the shots tomorrow night, messing up the direction of these franchises, and getting them checks. So, gotta love America.
Honorable mention that we had one name, even though, they made the playoffs, they're still in that mix. But Doc Rivers,
yes,
he's had control over that team, and apparently he's still going to be running it.
Yes,
outside of a coaching perspective, but he hasn't put together a great deal of product or assets there. So
if somebody steps to us on the comments, we appreciate you doing that. But the Clippers have no future. They have no future, and they can lose their top two players this summer. Doc has not developed a single player since he's been there. Not one.
Nobody.
So
shooting in the driveway with Austin at the crib don't count.
That don't count. So I don't know what the Clippers gonna do. They could be in trouble come next weekend. They could be in trouble.
They could very well with what you have going on with the possible resurgence, or at least in a positive light, it's looking like things are going to be looking up for the Lakers. You could very well see the Lakers getting back to being the Lakers at some point over the next 3-4 years. And the Clippers could very well go back to being the Clippers that we're all used to.
Bruh, if they don't convince them two to stay, they're going back to lottery land in 2018. Easily. So,
pretty much.
Let's move on to our next award.
Pretty much.
This is a personal favorite for us. Wild Animal Award of the Year. And people, we talk about these wild animals. These cats, you don't know what's going to come out their mouth. You don't know what they're going to do. Loose cannons. Yep. And this is another. It happened. We're going with Draymond Green and Boogie Cousins as the wild animals of 2016-17. You don't know what's going to happen.
You really don't, man. You really don't. With Boogie, Boogie gonna boogie.
That's it.
With Draymond, like I said, a couple shows, throughout the season, it can be a Tuesday night against Milwaukee. 3 minutes into the game, score tied 4-4, and Draymond will go ham and get a tech. Yeah. No apparent reason.
And it's not just the officials. Draymond will cuss every single player and coach out on the damn Warriors. They can be up 30 points, and somebody gonna get it. Don't play defense. Try to take him out the game when he ain't ready to come out. I like the Boogie. Boogie is young Sheed. That's Rasheed Wallace Jr. He likes giving up technical foul money. He loves it. I believe he was at the top of the list this year as far as leading the league in them, but I'm still a Boogie fan. I enjoy the passion.
I think I want to say he had like 17, 18 techs. Maybe lowballing it. But, yeah, somewhere around there.
Somewhere around there. But, these cats are entertaining because, like you said, it don't matter Tuesday in Milwaukee, Sunday in Sacramento. It can pop off.
It can pop off at any time with either one of them. So those are Wild Animal Awards.
All right, let me you lead us off with that Up Next award.
All right, so we got the Up Next award. Up Next is kind of an award. We say the kind of the qualification, so to speak, on it. As a young player with less than probably 5 years of experience that has not yet been an all-star, but is on that incline to playing their way into being an all-star soon, preferably next year.
Yeah.
So we had a couple names that we threw around. Couple for me that I had. I'm gonna give it to Joel Embiid. I think if he's able to just seeing what he could do on the court and with limited minutes restriction,
yes,
not playing on back-to-backs, and with that garbage team, the boy got star written all over.
All over.
You know, and if he can stay healthy, he'll be in one where the All-Star game is played next year, but he'll be there.
Right.
My honorable mention is C.J. McCollum. I liked his game since Lehigh. I didn't know how good he would do in the NBA, especially kind of being on the team with a gunner like Dame Lillard. But C.J. found his groove this year. You had multiple games, they both going for 30. Whereas last year was probably Dame and then C.J. give you 15 or so. So I think he's on his way as well. But there's a lot of good young cats out there. I know you had a couple that you wanted to give shout out to.
All right, I had a couple. The first one, I'm giving the award to Cat, Karl Anthony Towns. That's kind of an easy one. I feel a way about it. That's like saying KD as the best free agent. But Cat's been in the league 2 years, people. And an argument can be made for him being the best young big in the league right now.
Yeah.
Real good argument can be made. The funny thing about it is you got to feel sorry for Minnesota. Minnesota got two good young players, him and Wiggins. I had Wiggins on my list too. This is a good chance both of them leave when their time comes up. But the other one, honorable mention, Bradley Beal. I want to say that elimination game in Boston, at Game 7, that was his national coming out party. We knew how good he was. He just couldn't stay healthy. But he took over that game.
Right.
Took over that game, kept them in it. He should have made it last year, truth be told, for their record. But they gave it to Carmelo out of, because he's been there so many times.
Right. And I think it was in New York, that game. That All-Star game was in New York, was it not?
Nah, this one was in New Orleans.
Oh, I'm thinking about the year before.
Year before, yeah, he was there.
Melo went there last year?
Yeah, he made it this year. He picked up Kevin Love.
Okay, he was a replacement.
Okay.
Right.
It should have been Bradley Beal because they had, a top 3 record at the time, I believe. You normally get 2 All-Stars. You that high up in the record, but they didn't get 2. They only had 1.
Right.
So, both of these cats, man, the sky's the limit. And Devin Booker, shout out to him, too. That boy's going to be all right. Only problem is he played for Phoenix.
Yeah, that, and he can also be a candidate. Matter of fact, we can go ahead and go into the next award. He could at some point be a candidate for our next award, which is Baby Jordan fronting on the team. This award is reserved for a player who's about getting his shot quota up.
Getting them off.
And I think this is a unanimous pick. When you look at individual shot attempts per game, Russell Westbrook. He is the leader of the pack.
Yes.
Leading the league this past year with over 24 shot attempts per game. The next closest person was DeMar DeRozan. I think he had like 20 shot attempts per game. But you saw what Russell had to, what he was working with out there. So a lot of it, he really had to shoot it like that. You know what?
We can talk about the regular season all day long. Russell won this award, that playoff game in Houston, where he decided he was not going to pass to nobody the middle of the third through the entire fourth quarter. He ain't passed to a soul on that team.
Right.
But, yeah, people, we gave him MVP, and he also going to get the Baby Jordan fronting on the team award. Because if you shoot that many more shots than the next player, you getting your shot off. You on your Michael Jordan.
Right. And I think at some point, you have to create, because even though we praise him for passing the ball and averaging, double-digit assists when nobody thought he would pass, there are still moments in the game when you still have to be able to trust your teammates.
Right.
You can average 10, 12 assists a game easy. I ain't going to say easy, but if you come out first half
Right.
7 or 8 of them.
Right.
And then you come out the second half and you ain't looking for nobody, then, them numbers is skewed. So.
Russell Wood getting a lot of his assist numbers early in the half.
Early in the game. So that's something that, he could brush up on, trust the teammates a little bit better. But shit, what did he have to trust?
He really didn't.
So
he really didn't.
I understand.
All right. I want you to do this last one because this was your idea and it was a damn good idea.
Well, we got 2. We got 2 more. We got we got 2. We got the lotto one, then we got the worst coach.
Oh shit, I forgot about worst coach.
Yeah, we forgot about that one. So the next award is for the worst coach, but for AA Sports, we got to change the name up a little bit. We're calling this the award for the coach who don't have jack shit on his whiteboard in the huddles.
Nothing.
Motivational speeches, or maybe sitting around or standing around talking to the assistant coaches.
Right.
And to the huddle on some, all right, guys, let's get out there and do it.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm giving it to Jeff Hornacek. He was in New York, and we know Phil was forcing him to probably run that triangle. But to me, he just looked lost every single night. Every single night.
About that hiring.
Yeah, I wasn't pleased with the hiring when they did it. And he didn't do anything to make me backtrack off of that.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that was a good call. Me, myself, I'm going with Stan Van Gundy.
Okay.
I'm going with Stan Van Gundy because, no, he didn't have Phil over his shoulder. And pretty much Stan is the man up there in Detroit. He runs personnel, and he's the coach. They made the playoffs last year. They were the 8th seed, strong 8th seed. I want to say they got swept by Cleveland, but they gave them all they could handle in that series. They played them hard. You don't do that and then come back and go 37-45.
So disappointing.
Yeah.
I was expecting big things out of them. Not big things, but I was at least expecting.
At least they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, at least build on the momentum that you had from the last year.
Right.
And I think Reggie Jackson was out for a little bit, for some time there at the beginning of the season. I think that that hurt him. Andre Drummond is just kind of leveled off, or even maybe declined a little bit.
He got that bread though. They gave him that bag last summer.
They gave him a bag. Who else did they give back? Tobias Harris.
They gave Tobias Harris some bread, and they about to pay that boy KCP some real money to stay and average 13 points a game.
So, those 2 good choices on the worst coach, or what we call the coach who don't have jack shit on their whiteboard. Boo him one time, people.
You know the crazy thing? I could easily put D'Antoni on this list. I could easily put him on there as open court because they ain't shit on that damn whiteboard. They just play. They just play.
I bet you all these coaches we didn't name people, I bet you none of them went through more than 2 dry erase markers through the whole season.
Hell no.
Because they ain't wasting no ink.
1 pack. Give to them in damn what? October when the season starts, they good.
Good to go.
That's ridiculous.
Good to go.
Oh, I forgot about an honorable mention for the Wild Animal Award.
Okay.
The entire Boston Celtics team, wild animals.
Yeah.
For that team to be so damn good, they want to fight every night.
Jay Crowder, the 2 head honchos. Even Isaiah Thomas, little ass guy, got a little bit of bark in him. But at the same time, I like that about them, though.
Yeah,
I like that about them.
But every game ain't supposed to be the set off. Not every game.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right, we are finally. I've been teasing it. I've been saying the final award left and right, but this actually is our final award. This one here is the Scratch Off Award for the player who gonna get paid a lot of money he may not be worth.
Right.
We could easily call it the Only in America Award, easily. But it's the Scratch Off Award.
Yeah, hit the lotto. This is like going and you buy $1 scratch off and you win like $500,000. This is what these players are.
That's kind of like we used to work at the phone store and we go get $10 worth of Lucky Sevens, trying to win $7,000.
Right.
To quit that day for $7,000. You know what? I had my pick before, but looking at it, I gotta go with you. Andre Roberson, aka Self Check, from the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
He's about to get paid, people. I've never in my years of watching basketball seen hack a guard, B. They hacked a guard in the playoffs. Who does that?
He about to get paid. Numbers I'm seeing so far talking about between 80 and 90 million.
Man, I tell you what.
Boy couldn't shoot a jumper to save his mama's life.
Free throws, jumpers. You know, they say he's a lockdown defender, but I'm sorry, man. If a cat's getting 35 on you, he may shoot 40%, but hell, he still got 35.
Yeah.
Still, I'm telling you, Russell Westbrook, don't sign that Supermax this summer. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. You'll be playing with this cat for 5 years. That's a whole lot of bread, but you can get that money off the court in LA. Don't sign it. Wait till next summer, Russell.
That's true. And a couple honorable mentions is one guy you just named. We was talking about Detroit, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He's about to get broke off this summer. And another guy, and I'm speaking on this guy more of a positive light because I actually like what he brought to the table, especially late in the season for the Spurs, Jonathan Simmons.
Yes.
I think he's going to get a nice little deal. Maybe not 80, 90 million, but I can see something in that range of what Allen Crabbe got last year, 40, 50 million or so. I can see that. Maybe not from the Spurs.
Nah.
But somebody going to throw it at him. They
paid that cat like $1 million this year. So if he gets up to $75 million, that's a win. I like his game. You're absolutely right on him. Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Well, I believe we're going to come to the end of our award show.
We have.
You know, people, we're going to miss the NBA. We're going to miss it. You know, it'll be back next October. The pursuit of the Golden State Warriors will continue tomorrow night and going in the next weekend because everybody trying to tool up to catch these cats. But it's a good season. Good season.
Yeah, definitely a good season. Like I said, I don't really have much else to say, but again, shout out to all the award recipients. You guys had a great year. We wanted to make sure that we recognized you, so we have done so. You know, some of the guys on some of our awards lists, you know, if you watch and you see this show, you may not agree, but hey, you feel some kind of way, leave us a comment, email us at aasportscast@gmail.com, hit us on the Twitter feed, tell us how you feel. We'll bring you on here. We'll talk about it, chop it up face to face. That's how we do it.
Sound good to me.
Hey, so what you want to leave people with, hey, before we get up out of here?
Phil, you better not trade KP.
He's going to. He's trying to get fired. He's trying to. And with every passing day that Jim Dolan doesn't fire him, he's going to do something else that makes it more obvious that he's trying to get fired. All Phil want to do is sit up in that retreat in Montana and smoke weed. That's all he want to do. Hey,
you can reach me at Rike6000 on Twitter. You can catch the homie. Where can they find you at?
Hey, they can find me at Diego Barish on Twitter. As I told y'all last night, hey, hit me up. I may respond, I may not, depending on how I feel, depending on what you're talking about. If you're trolling, definitely not going to respond. I'm not going to block you either, but I'm just not going to respond. But also hit us up on the AA Sportscast Twitter feed, as well as the IG page and the Facebook page. Don't forget, go to that YouTube channel, watch, like, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you share it with your friends, spread the word. We definitely appreciate all the love and support that we get.
Hey, give him that LeVar. Lonzo getting drafted. Get to him. Give him that LeVar ball.
Hit the LeVar ball one time.
Give him that LeVar to end the show. And we out.
Peace.